Welcome to Level Grinding, the channel where we climb the ladder together. And today we're doing a rapid rules rundown of Pandemic. I ain't gonna lie, this game has a lot of mechanics. So assuming you already set up your board, handed your cards to each player, and everybody picked a character, understand that this index card is going to be your best friend. Alright, you get 4 actions per turn. You can move 1, heal 1, fly to a destination by discarding that destination, or wherever you're currently at, if you discard that location, you go anywhere on the map. You could go from research station to research station. You can cure the virus by discarding 5 cards of that color, and when that happens, it will take 1 action to heal all the viruses at a location. You can build research stations by discarding the card of the area that you're at. You can trade knowledge with people by being at the same location as them and handing them that location's card, right? There's other effects that kind of let you do whatever you want, and you just follow those effects. After you've taken all your actions, you draw 2 cards from the draw pile. And whatever you draw, you just have to do what it does. Bow! Epidemic. Epidemics makes you flip cards off the top and infect cities. After you've infected the cities and concluded everything for the turn, you gotta make sure you have 7 or less cards in your hand, so discard whatever's extra. You could pretty much start playing Pandemic, but let's go over some intricate details. So this is where the game gets a little tricky. So when you get Epidemic cards, you gotta move this thing over, and it just tells you how many cards you're supposed to flip. So the more cards you're flipping, the more in jeopardy you are. If you end up having 3 at one site, and it gets infected again, that causes an outbreak, where everything connected to that city gets infected, and even this is how different colors go on other cities, mind you. If you end up having more than 7 cards during the end because you drew the 2, you are allowed to play these action cards, which can be played at any time in the game. You just resolve them. So that's how you can avoid discarding cards at the end of your turn. Every time there's an outbreak, you have to move this down, and of course when this gets all the way to the bottom, you'll lose the game. Now, there's a little safety mechanic in this game. The same location cannot outbreak more than once in that turn, because sometimes there's a cluster effect and it's just outbreak, outbreak, outbreak. And technically, it would go back to the same location, but there's a rule that prevents that once per turn. If your hand size goes above 7 at any point in the game, then you have to discard cards immediately. So there are effects that can cause situations like that. You can only create cures at research stations. So when you're ready to discard the 5 to make the cure, make sure you're at a research station. If you and a teammate is at the same city, that's how you guys can trade cards, but the card given has to be the name of the city that you're currently on. And once again, if you end up having more than 7 cards because of that, you have to discard a card. You could win by creating all the cures or eradicating all the viruses off the board. And now you can start playing Pandemic. Share this video with your friends so they can play too. And remember, after 3 times, it's not a mistake, it's a house rule.